What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Not bad. Oh, he's killing the germs. He's killing the germs, guys. If you are new here, please remember, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. Great things are happening to superstars all over the world. It is crazy, especially VeVe-related stuff. But there's non-VeVe-related stuff. People getting promotions in this place. It is absolutely nuts. You're going to Starbucks. You're buying a drink. They're giving you 2 when you leave. It's crazy. I don't even know what's happening. But hit the subscribe button. Let us know what good things happen to you after you do that. If you watch a video before a drop, I hear good things happen. Rob, what do you have about that?
I'm going to pull that up right now. We didn't talk about it before, but if you take a look over here, Superstar Eric Jord, longtime OG superstar, already had plenty of Superstar Gate happen to him. I think he got 3 secret rares or something like that on a previous drop. Today, take a look. This guy goes for the drop that no one wants and still hits a secret rare. That's what I'm talking about. Become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. You know, just if you're superstitious, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of evidence. So
you can see the hashtag right there. He used hashtag SuperstarGate. He also DM'd us, I think, about it. On the right there, you have it.
Yeah, he said so. Superstar Gate worked again. Just now, it's just a normal occurrence. Now he's not even pumped.
Nobody's even shocked by it anymore. It's crazy. Like people are like, yeah, good job, whatever. But yeah, so become a superstar because we want to know what happens to you after you do. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us on all 3. Send us your videos. Send us your pictures. We will post them. Give you credit. You will go to the mailbox and you're gonna have fan mail shooting out the mailbox. You know, like the movies. You open up the mailbox and just like. Shoots out mail. That's going to be happening to you guys. You guys are going to be embarrassed. People walking by, seeing all the mail falling on the floor. Trust me. So if you want that in your life, make sure to send us your pictures and your videos. Also, follow us on VeVe. Tomorrow, I'm following every single person back who is following us on VeVe. If you have a private account, it lets me follow you, and then it unfollows you. So you got to make sure your account is public. But I'm going to go through and hit all the ones that I can. So tomorrow, I'm doing that. So make sure you are following us. We follow you back. Everybody go follow everybody. Get some friends on there and help yourself for MCP whenever that comes out. We got some Twitter news. I'll pull up quickly.
Not the most exciting day today, but there's a little bit of news. I think it's fun.
So you kind of mentioned it. The Avengers, the new Avengers drop with the Illuminati, which we found out was like basically the leader of all the different series is there put together into one. You kind of see it on the ultra rare and the rare. Who's involved?
C rank comic, so we knew it probably wasn't going to do too well. We ran the spreadsheet on this. We didn't think it was going to go, and nothing too crazy.
And it sat in the store, and I didn't go for it. This is the first time I haven't gone for a gamble, just because we didn't think that the price was worth it. Once you ran the numbers, the rates were so low, so it was like, I'm not going for this. And first comic I haven't gone for, to be honest.
Yeah, the odds were pretty low. We said we're going to stay out of this, and it was interesting. It's been a long time since the comic book drops didn't sell out, and we finally hit that point. Yeah, I have been saying for a long time, I'm waiting for those $1 commons on the comics. I think it hit like $1 something. I meant under $1, but well, I didn't mean it start with a 1. I meant under $1, but we'll see. We're not there yet. It's pumped back up to like $2.30. If you want to call it a pump, I don't know.
Yeah,
it went up a little bit.
Speaking of comics that will not sell out, we have Alpha Flight number 106 dropping. We got a little bit Canadian flavor. I think I see a Canadian leaf in there. This is the same one they did. It's the same one that they did Alpha Flight number 1, I think, right?
Oh yeah. So Alpha Flight. I know nothing about this comic. I know that Alpha Flight's Canadian. I see the pride flag. I'm not sure if that's the character, like if this is a newer comic or whatever. And maybe you can let us know below what you guys think. But I remember Alpha Flight number 1 was what was the first one that came out on VeVe, and the guy had the Canadian flag on his chest.
Yeah, so, I like that secret rare on that one. This one too. Look at the secret rare here. It's like a newspaper, like the Daily Mail or something in there. So that's pretty cool too.
I don't know what it is. Alpha Flight number 1 was a C rank comic, so I would assume that this comic will be at least that or less, or D rank. Yeah. So then if the last comic that came out was C rank, it had all these like high end Marvel characters. Now we go to Alpha Flight, which is a little bit lesser known. I would think that this one's going to take even longer than 2 hours to sell out now.
I think it's going to sit in the store for a long time. And I don't see – you might get your $1 comics on this one. I'm going to be honest.
Are we gonna? Is it gonna after months of talking about it, is it finally gonna come? We'll see.
I don't know if it'll go under $1, but I think it'll be low ones or middle ones or something like that. Because if it doesn't sell, right, people are gonna be like, why am I holding this? I don't know. People just are gamblers, and they all want secret rares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this happened today too. We noticed a tweet from David Yu. I'll pull that up.
Yeah. David Yu liked my photo, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, we got to pull that up too after.
He likes my photo.
You guys know we go back and forth with David Yu all the time, so maybe Rob, you can pull that up.
I'll try to pull it up.
But this was the thing we were talking about yesterday when we noticed that the VeVe logo was in AMC's tweet, right? So David Yu says a brand new collectible on VeVe, and I'm like, oh,
sounds
what
good.
are we getting? What kind of collectible could we possibly be getting?
Ooh, and this Buzz would look good with my Woody.
I didn't think about it. I'm like, okay, maybe it's like going to be something different. But I'm like, you know what? I got to reach out to Alex G, the homie, the superstar. A brand new collectible. I did it in this type of writing because Alex G likes to troll like that. So I knew that would get his attention. We need hints, Alex. And he says, I mean, it's literally a picture of it. So if you look at this picture, that might be what you get. It's actually like one of those cutout boards you see at the movies. That might be the collectible.
I find that super disappointing. We made a video on it early in June. We're like, June's gonna be a crazy drop month. We're gonna get Buzz. We were right. We did get Buzz, but we honestly thought it was gonna be in a collectible format. We showed the video from the past of Buzz in a collectible format. We know he's gonna come eventually. I guess they decided to pull the plug on this. Maybe the AMC one that's for the masses is gonna be this. And then maybe they'll have the separate Buzz collectible for us on VeVe right now.
I hope so. I hope this is just like to give somebody something. It's a promotional poster almost, is I guess what they call it. It's tied to AMC somehow. We don't know any details yet. I think we're going to find out on the 16th, and then the movie comes out the 17th. So if it's related to buying tickets like Jurassic Park, you kind of know how that works, and maybe we'll know what we got from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Kind of tell the quality or the number of things that you get with those drops. But the best part here is I didn't pick it up, and I didn't see anybody else who picked it up, but it says it right here, Hyperspeed display series. So almost kind of sounds like that background is probably going to be animated or something, right? Hyperspeed display. If it's not animated, I'll be shocked.
They would be able to do it. It's almost like a lenticular card in the sense that you can do some kind of weird, kind of cool animation in the background. You know, when I first saw this, I think we talked about it before we started the video. It's probably going to be an FE.
If it's this, because you can see it's like 3D. There's different layers, somebody was saying. So you can see like the back layer, the middle layer, and then this is like the end of a block pedestal. Yeah.
It's probably gonna be an FE because it's the character, but it's the character in like an art format, right? So when I first saw this, I honestly thought this was garbage. Like, I'll be clear.
It reminds me of that Coke drop. You remember that Coke drop with the Starlight? It was just a promo. Basically hashtag ad all over this. If you have to pay for this, I think it'd be disappointing. If you get it for going to the movie, maybe it's all right because you get to watch the movie for your money. But I don't think that I would buy this in the secondary market if I don't grab the tickets for the movie. And we can't even buy through AMC unless we lived in the States. Yeah. So another US special here.
Yeah, and like if it is, if it is a drop, if this does become the drop, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I will likely skip it. Like I should give it a fair chance. Like maybe it's going to be super cool, but like there's no way this is going to be anything close to like the T-Rex. Yeah. There's just no way.
So let us continue here. So I just want to show you guys the thread here. So I asked Alex G, is it a brand new collectible? What are you talking about? He's like, it's basically it's literally a picture of it. So I think that kind of solves what it is. I did the same thing. I did a facepalm. Like, why did I even ask this question?
It's almost like I'd rather not know. I can still have a couple more days of excitement.
Someone asked, actually, Sam here is like, they think it's a new vertical. And then someone asked, when may update video though? So that's like the AMA, right? And Alex G answers, he's like, not a vertical per se, but different than what we've seen.
Okay.
So I think we know what it is now. Update video, hashtag imminent. And I didn't like that. So I had to make sure I made a comment on his hashtag imminent.
Yeah, no longer hashtag soon, eh?
But I said that to him.
Hashtag imminent, it's the opposite of hashtag soon.
Actually, I think I tweeted it and I retweeted it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I mean, said, thanks, Alex. Also, I like the new hashtag, which was the hashtag imminent, but hashtag soon has a much better ring to it.
I'm not really sure exactly what this AMA would even tell us. That's really new. Like, I'm curious. Whenever they have one, it's always great.
An
But
update on the Q2 stuff, I would hope.
just another update of pretty much the same thing. But
Rip soon. Alex playing games here.
rest in peace, right
Rest
there.
in peace soon. And then Ryan, great follow on Twitter, by the way, guys. Here lies soon.
Yeah.
I was bursting. And yeah, it was just funny. Like, this is a great thread, guys. This is why you got to follow us on Twitter. There's fun things happening. You can interact with the guys from VeVe.
Yeah.
They're always a good time.
Yeah, no.
You got that, David, you like or what? Let's see.
I got it. Let me pull it up over here. So just a shout out right here. He is. There's the man right there, David. You.
Yeah.
Not following us. We know you're not following us.
Doesn't follow many people.
We know he's a superstar at heart. Okay, we know he's a superstar at heart. He's not following us, but he definitely liked this whole. I thought it was kind of clever. Like, I just love this collectible. My house is ripped apart here. Yeah. Let's just throw a T-Rex in there. Guilty.
We're still trying to figure out David Youth burner account because we know that he sees our stuff, but we don't know how.
Yeah, we don't know who he is. He somehow sees our stuff, but he doesn't follow us. So I don't know what's going on with that.
So
there he is.
Pretty cool that happened. So now why don't we get into the video? Because you guys, if you watched yesterday, all right, yesterday we said, do not mint anything on VeVe right now. The times aren't meant for it. Everything's going below retail. We made a couple points why you shouldn't mint on VeVe. Now today, we're telling you why you should mint on VeVe, or at least go for the drops that have come out recently over drops from the past.
Yeah, like there's two sides to every coin, right? Like, generally speaking, we've stopped kind of going for drops. Like, generally speaking, when it comes to the dynamic nature of the listed price and the blind box format, most of the time the odds of profiting on gems just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, except for those really high-end collectibles. Yeah. But people are still going for them. And the question is, why are they going for them? Even though they're gambling and they're willing to go for them, their reasons aren't completely out of whack. Because if you don't go for a drop, you have a 0% chance of hitting something really special in any drop. If you go for the drop, sure, you might lose some gems. But on the flip side, no pun intended, on the flip side, you might get something that could be unattainable otherwise.
And that's a really good point. The point is that, so there's 2 points that I have. The first point is, if you go for a drop that is current and valuable, or something to do with like a grail, like for example, like Darth Vader, that's obviously a good example, but there's opportunity in the current drops. Now, if you go for them on the drop or you go for them after the drop, the whole point is go for the collectibles that are coming out now, because they don't have in that baked in bot pricing. If you think about January leading up to February, all that hype and big time, there was bots galore. All right. Yeah. There was like 2 million bots, or 1.5 million bots.
Right.
Right. Is that what the number shook out to? Now we have 600,000 people, and it was
like 2 million. I thought that was 2 million bots.
Yeah. So whatever.
Or 2 million bot accounts. I don't know how many. It might be one guy with 500.
Because people couldn't get the drop, so they had to pay extra in the secondary market to get it, and that's why things kept going up.
Yeah.
Now we're inflated up to this point. Then you pulled the bots. So what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, the bots, when the bots were around, you had collectibles dropping like 1,000%. If you go for a drop now, okay, maybe it goes under listed, but that price is now baked in, relatively speaking, for the most part, to today's market without the bots, with just the way everything is right now. That's the equilibrium. You don't have that baked in expectation of like 1,000% drop. Sure, you might have a drop like Harley Quinn, listed 90, shot pretty within the first week. Now it's at like 70, but like that buffer to zero is a little bit different than the one that was $5,000 at one point.
Goofy was at 4,000 and now it's at 300.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, that had a big bacon. We don't know if it's done. We don't know where it would have settled if it dropped in today's market. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? Is Goofy really better than the animated T-Rex?
Probably not. It's just,
you know what I mean? First secret rare Disney, I get it. There's things behind it. But what I'm trying to get at is there are still a little bit of price inflation happening on these items that were from before, and they might have some room to come down still. Whereas drops that came after the bots were rugged, those are pretty much what people are willing to pay. And you might have a little bit more opportunity with those if you go for them on the drop, or if you wait and go for them in the secondary, which is a good thing right now, kind of further to our video yesterday. If something were to drop like the T-Rex and it went below retail, maybe it's a good time. Pick up a couple commons of that. Who knows? Not financial advice. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but if that T-Rex dropped in January, I'm sure there would have been a baked-in price. And right now, it might not be as low as it was if we were taking out the bot pricing, because you have people who are going to hold, hoping to recoup their investment, even though they paid a lot more for it, right?
Yeah. So if you balance it out and you know you're going to buy a collectible in the store, you're probably going to, right off the bat in the secondary market, only be able to sell it for less gems, as much as 50% or less, right? But you give yourself now that chance, tying that into the opportunity gets me you would not normally be able to own. You give yourself a chance at a 2-digit mint. You give yourself a chance at a special mint. We talked about C's, Superstar C's.
The 1993 T-Rex.
The 1993 T-Rex, and he was able to he sold it for $5K. I didn't sell it, but I went for the Star Wars drop and I got a number 54, May the 4th, Luke Skywalker lightsaber. These are things that would be unimaginable to own if you didn't go for the drop, unless you're willing to fork out some big cash.
Yeah.
So like, this is the reason why people are in their mind saying, you know what? I know I'm probably going to, I know the chance is most likely that I'm going to lose gems on this, but I'll take that 10% chance. I'll take that 5% chance of making gems, because we didn't even calculate it. You're also giving yourself a small percentage benefit of getting a 2-digit or better.
Yeah. And if you're not that type to try and get a low mint, it applies to secondary market purchases as well. Like, maybe it makes more sense to go for secondary market purchases of collectibles that dropped post bots, because those, like we said, are what people are willing to pay. The stuff that was high, like Walt and all that, he keeps dropping. Where's the bottom? Where is the true value that people are willing to pay on Walt? I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we know the value yet. So maybe that's why I'm trying to say the stuff that just dropped recently, you might know the real actual value.
Yeah.
The stuff that dropped in the past. So even if it goes for going for the drop, trying to go for mints, or skipping the drop completely, but going into the secondary market, I still would favor things that dropped more recently that are important, like Vader. And if Buzz comes out in a Pixar Pals 2, something like that, anything that came out after the bots, I think has a little bit of a, I don't know, it has less baked into it. So maybe we could do a video on that, talk about some of the ideas, some of the.
Well, it's a fair point, right? Like, for example, a T-Rex that we've personally decided we want to own it to show others, take photos with, like in my renovating house over here. Like, we've decided that we wanted it, but the truth is, even if we overpay a little bit and we know the price is going to come down, that drop came out in a bear market already. So it's baked in at 160, 150. I don't even know what it is. It might even be 130 at this point. I have no clue what it is, right? It's baked in right now in the secondary market. That came out during a bear market versus the other ones that came out in a bull market with bots that have a wider spread. So people who are going for those drops right now, I think they kind of do that calculation in their head. They know they know they're in a bear market. They know what's going to happen. They've just decided to do that balance of probabilities to do what they got to do. And then there's always the secondary market game, which is last video, how we talked about don't go for drops. You might have a better opportunity going for sure bets. Yeah. Right? Maybe just going for a solid blue chip, is 50 gems right now. Don't even go for the 50 gem drop. Yeah. Go for the 50 gem blue chip. But at the same time, you're sacrificing that opportunity of getting something really, really special, which I think people are saying, I'll spend $20 to go for $3,000.
Secondary market, there's some steals on some low mints as well. So I think both these videos, yesterday and today, are very applicable. I think not going for drops may be still a good idea, and capitalizing the secondary market might be the bet on current drops. Another example would be comics. Like, if you look at some of these big comics that drop, I know there's a ton of videos on them, but like Strange Tales, the first appearance of Doctor Strange, you got first appearance Nick Fury. All these ones came post bots. They came in bear markets. That's the going rate for those comics. They might drop here and there, but people know what that price is based off of real user data. The other ones are based off of bots baked in. Like, we keep saying the word baked in because we're trying to get that point across to you guys, that maybe there's still some room for those things to come down to see what people are actually willing to pay for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And the prices will continue to find its perfect spot. And then as things change, as VeVe changes its app, as it brings in different functionality, new functionality, as new collectibles come out that suck away attention from the old grails. As these things happen, you're going to just find this constant dynamic nature. And those who are going for drops will do so because they want to give themselves a chance at something good. And they know that they're in a bear market. The prices are baked in already. Maybe the potential for loss is already understood a lot better than going for drops in the past.
Yep. I think that's it. So hopefully you guys got something from this. Again, none of it's financial advice. It's just our opinions. And so far we've been pretty good, I feel like, with our opinions the last couple of weeks on what we think would happen. Also, yesterday, guys, you blew the doors off of this.
I couldn't believe it.
We didn't know how it would be received, but honestly, this man right here is out of gems. Like, he's basically out of gems. You guys sold him out in one night.
You guys cleaned them out. And you know what? People were reaching out. We had superstars on Instagram reaching out. We had superstars on Twitter reaching out. And I'm pretty sure we got you all. Yeah. So
but it was the first day. Today. He's getting more today, he told us. So we're trying to find out the rate. It's probably going to be somewhere similar to this. But we are getting you guys some discounts. You know how it was. We connected you with Kobe, and we told him, make sure you give him the superstar discount. And everybody left happy, I feel like.
Well, we did have comments of people mentioning that they had sellers at like 44, 48. But at the end of the day, we can only endorse the people we know and trust. Yeah. We have full trust in Kobe. And I've
never paid under 50. I don't know how they got that low.
I don't know either, but we can only endorse the person that we know and trust. Kobe was telling us stories where sometimes he gets people sending him money by accident and he will return it. Yeah. That's why we want to deal with someone like Kobe, just a straight up good guy, fellow Canadian that we know is good for his word. So that's why, some people on the comments, if you want, you can go on the comments and give a name of, let's say, another person, but ultimately we're going to endorse the person we trust.
And Kobe pretty much takes like every payment. That's what I was learning yesterday. This guy takes like every payment. He's just like Rob said, solid dude. He's been posting daily too, by the way, guys. If you want some more VeVe content, Kobe collects on YouTube, posting daily now. It's crazy. The one thing that he did mention is that the minimum is now 100 USD for gems. So like if you want like 50 gems, you might have to wait a little bit until you have a little bit more funds, or he gets a little bit more gems.
I actually want to address that. So the reason why people were going under 100 USD gems is because they were testing the waters, right? You can understand, and we can understand that, it's the internet. You're on the internet giving money to someone you've never met. You watch the video on YouTube, you got this connection, and you're cautious. So you feel, let me just send like maybe $50, and then I will increase more once I start building that trust. And I can understand it, but there's transaction fees involved in this, which is why the minimum, after speaking of Kobe, the minimum is 100 USD. And I don't blame you. I think it's a good idea. You have to feel comfortable. You don't want to just go and send, if you want 2,000 gems or something like that, you don't want to just go all out the first encounter, right? You want to test it out.
So far, we haven't had any experiences with restricted accounts. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure VeVe flags certain things that happen. It could happen to anybody, but
you've heard of that?
I've heard of people getting flagged, not from Kobe, but from other people. And it seems like it was a pretty simple process to get unrestricted. But with Kobe, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, no, I've actually never heard of anyone on Twitter getting restricted. I thought all the restricted accounts were related to the gem scandal.
But sometimes I don't know if they have bots or whatever that pick it up. So, but this one, like Kobe's told me, he hasn't had anybody, and every time we've bought, we've never gotten in trouble. So
that's one more thing I want to address as well, because
I want to tell them how to reach out for this. It's basically our socials. I think Rob was even giving you guys passwords to write in the comments to us when you reach out. So make sure it's the right account. If you're messaging us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, these are our usernames. We have an underscore at the end on Instagram and Twitter. Only one underscore. Make sure it's only one underscore. Superstar Money, one underscore. And TikTok, I don't think anybody really reaches out over there. So that's all I want to say. Go ahead.
Okay, and one more thing I want to address. We did get some comments of people who are, against off-app gems. Again, I want to reiterate, at the end of the day, do not blame your fellow superstars for taking advantage of what the market is offering right now, because people need to get their money out and they have no avenue to do so. Yep. This is the reason why they're doing it. They want to sell out. And some people were saying, well, maybe it's bots trying to sell out, but the bots have been gone for a while now. And if you got to remember, if you don't do it, like if the superstar fam isn't going to do it, then someone else will. So I would rather our viewers have the opportunity at these cheap gems in a way that I know that they won't get, they won't get scammed.
The people who buy them, you got to think about it. These people who are buying, you're buying them, like Rob said, from someone who's trying to get out. Now you're going to put those gems to work in the app. It's good for everybody. VeVe's going to make a cut off of every sale and purchase that you make. That's another reason why they're not too against it, I would guess, because those gems would be just sitting waiting for MTL. But now they're going in and churning 2.5%, 8.5%. Now everything's 8.5%. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think VeVe would rather you be spending these gems at a continuous rate than having them sit waiting for MTL, because hashtag imminent, hashtag soon, right?
Yeah, well, their terms of service is that you must use their services for all the transactions, which you do. You have to use their marketplace to do the transaction. So it's within the terms of services. Then again, I haven't heard of anything issues. I know you just mentioned, but I just want to clarify those things because I saw the comments yesterday. I responded to them. This is my opportunity in the video to respond to them verbally for anyone watching. And of course, we respect everybody's opinion. We can understand your point of view as well. But these are our thoughts.
And if you did a transaction with Kobe, leave a comment down below so people see how your experience was, and that could be good or bad or whatever. However it was, just be honest, and that's, I think, will help everybody else too, right? So all right.
So don't forget, smash the subscribe button, become a superstar, join the superstar fam. I couldn't be happier to have that opportunity to talk to all of you yesterday and get you guys hooked up with Kobe. Let us know what you guys think about this video. Are you still going for drops? Are you one of the people that will go for a drop every time just to get that shot of the secret rare or an incredible low mint? And we know Eric George definitely is one of them going for that comic yesterday, but it worked out, right? So let us know below if you're still going for drops. Are you picking and choosing, going for all of them? And, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you. Bye.